And, Coach, we come you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Zoo. 56. Mike, step.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Yep.
Operating from the gun, Harper. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Spike.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Let's go. 60 or 54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Go.
Throwing Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Let's go, get set.
Mike 54. That's right, baby, they don't want it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Shift.
Deep grip.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
42.
Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 38-yard line.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Will try the right side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd down, Harper. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
56, check 56.
From the gun, Harper. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, Harper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go, set. 60 yards.
Blue down. 40's Mike. Let's go.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Shoot.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committees.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Daniel Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. To Vecchio to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Mark 56. Mark 56. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Got one.
Operating from the gun. Harper. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Mark 56. All day, dog. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 1st down. Harper. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
70, Indy, 61, matchbox, white.
Now Joe Mixon, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like...
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go.
March 56. March 56.
We ain't giving fight.
Back to throw. Harper. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Harper letting one go deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's go one more.
5.
56. March 56. Here we go.
From the gun, Harper. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd
and 2. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
Indy. Hey, Delta. Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Here we go.
Now Jones on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
52 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
52.
Now.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete. past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Godwin, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
Here we go.
A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards.
Ready up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harper going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, X3. 218, chop it up.
On the run, it's Mixon.
Check 26.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to throw. Harper. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the